MJ. Yet another edition of Third Down Thursdays coming at y'all. I'm Coach Bruce. That is MJ. We got Connor, the best damn executive producer in the background, working his game. MJ, how you doing tonight? Let's go.
What is on your face?
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of have like a Maverick thing, or like a what's the I don't know, 80s Air Force type like thing going on
Yeah,
right now.
you got something going on.
I'm kind of digging it though. What's up, buddy? How you doing? You got a little golf thing going. I see you.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to stick with the hat for the show. I don't know how that's going to be. But I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. Yeah, I really don't got much going on. I'm ready for.
How'd you golf today?
Really. Yeah, I did golf today. It was nice, but other than that, not much going on. I didn't play very well, but I was out with my dad, so it was fun.
That's cool. Yeah, no.
What about you?
Wow. That might be the quickest transition to asking how I've been in a long time. Well, how am I doing?
You saying I talk a lot?
No.
You got a problem?
Well, I mean,
I can talk more.
I'm the one
more. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back.
I am totally the one that goes on the rants, not you.
I can talk for as long as you want.
No, I'm good. Thank you, though. Anyway, so no, how am I doing? So today was a good day. It's been a lot, wifey had to do some stuff. She unfortunately had to go to the ears, nose, and throat doctor.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Anyway.
I know anytime. So like when she said that she had to go to the ENT, I'm like, I mean, I know what an ENT is, but like, it's not something that you hear regularly in conversation during the course of a day. But man, when she said that, I was like, oh, well, are you okay? I'm like, what is it again? And she's like, the ears, nose, and throat doctor. I'm like, oh, okay.
That one, yeah.
Yeah. So she's been struggling though. She's been struggling with some stuff for a little bit with her throat and whatever. Excuse me. And like some like it seems to be allergies, but it's not allergies. She had like some slight vertigo this past weekend. Thought that some stuff was going on, but it's not vertigo. It was like she had some like what, I don't know. It was like some like ear situation, her ear, but then her ears were fine, and blah blah blah.
Okay.
So everything was good, and then so like they cleaned out her ears, and they said like, oh, make sure you don't use Q-tips because you're not supposed to use Q-tips, and
right,
whatever. I still use them, but but she's like,
I just never liked them.
Really?
Fair. No, it just feels weird. Like I feel what they're saying. Like it feels like they're messing with your ears. Yeah, I don't like it.
Fair.
Just
but
all that. No.
Yeah, no. So yeah, they told her, they're like, yeah, you gotta stop doing that. Don't do that. And she's like, oh, I really don't, but thank you. I'll stop. And she's like, okay, good job. So like $100 later, it's like she got told to go to the allergist and come back to the ears, nose, and throat person in 6 to 8 weeks for just like a checkup. Whatever. Okay. You don't have to actually go to that secondary one. It is what it is. Like you already been recommended to go to an allergist now, so we're gonna go to the allergist. So I go to.
Why would you go back to the ENT after
going else? Exactly. But this is why I said to my wife, I'm like, so basically you just paid $100 for an expensive an expensive ear cleaning. Cool.
I mean, yeah, but like sometimes that is necessary to figure out what's going on.
Exactly.
It may not be fun.
Right. So then,
but
right. I mean, you got to figure things out. So I'm cool with it. So, she got home. I was watching the kiddo, and she's amazing as always. There's no issues with her.
Oh yeah.
And then she got home, and then I had work, and so I had to go to an expo. So usually on Thursdays, MJ, I'm usually at home by myself with the kiddo, and it's usually like a day of me saying like, oh yeah, I had the kiddo, whatever. But today it was kind of fun. Today I was able to go to a marketing event where I was able to showcase my ability to have conversation. And showcase I did. No, it was good time.
Interesting.
Oh, it was cool. Like I talked to a gentleman whom I didn't know at the time. I thought he was another sales rep, but turns out he was the CEO of a company. And I was like, "Hey man, how you doing? Whatever, blah blah." Because he was wearing a Texas Rangers hat.
Oh,
So
nice.
right, so I was like, "Oh, okay. So you're a Rangers guy, huh?" And he's like, "I am." I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Congratulations, it's awesome." Like, whatever, blah blah. Not knowing that he was from Texas, not knowing that he was also the CEO of a company. Just as the kids say, shooting the poop. And no, it was a good time though. It was a good conversation. Turns out that the gentleman has a multitude of companies in the area, and when I say area, nationwide, and a couple international stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I told him that I ended up like bringing up not only my company that I work for, however, I brought up our company, Third Down Thursdays, hashtag TDT Media.
Naturally.
And he's like, "Oh, no way. I'm going to have to give this a look." I'm like, "You should give it a look because we do everything and we are great at what we do." So, no, it was cool. It was a fun time. It was a good time.
Good.
Yeah, and then ended up going like right before I was about to head out. We ended up heading to the bar to have some beers and whatever. Ended up working on some stuff that we are going to reveal tomorrow. I'm not going to, we're gonna keep the
You're not
suspense.
going to reveal that tonight?
I thought about it. I did think about it, but I kind of want to. I mean, maybe what we'll do is I like how we do this like live on the air. I don't know. Maybe maybe
Right.
maybe, maybe we do like a recording after, and then like we toss it up live.
That's
Quote
actually a
unquote.
really good idea.
You know what I'm saying? So that way we're able to do some
I
fun.
actually really like that because it can look good.
Right. See, you know what I'm saying?
I
So
do like that. I do like that.
So anyway, yeah. So guys, we have actually a huge announcement, big announcement that for TDT Media and us here for what we've been doing. So it's pretty badass, pretty pumped about it. But yeah, man, life's good, dude. I got no complaints. I've today's been a good day as always. Had my actually, you know what? I got a question.
Yes.
It was just Halloween. Dude, how is
Yeah.
Halloween out by you? You just moved down to Dallas, right? So like
Yeah.
how was Dallas? Like, how's Dallas with Halloween? Did you get a chance to like actually see anything? Was there trick or treaters? Like, what was going on down there?
I have absolutely no idea. I was in the kitchen at Chick-fil-A.
Mm.
So I know that we were very busy until about 6 p.m. and then it was the most dead I've ever seen at Chick-fil-A.
Huh.
I was very bored. Because everybody was out with their kids and they were getting Chick-fil-A on the way to go trick-or-treating,
Yep.
which that's an entirely different conversation about how stupid that is. Like, let's go get fast food before we get a
Candy.
crap ton of candy.
Yeah.
Like, be my guest, pay my bills, but like, it's still really stupid.
True.
And so
I mean,
we got obliterated until about 6:30 or 7, and then
huh?
everybody was either actively trick-or-treating or already home.
Did your Chick-fil-A hand out candy? Like, do you guys do that?
Yes.
Because I know
Yeah,
some
we got
restaurants do that.
we got the cow out, and so our we actually
Oh,
had the
oh,
super cow out.
ooh. Does it mean it's like a
Yeah.
bigger cow? Like, what's the
Yeah, so there's baby cow, which is the one of the normal ones, and then there's the regular cow, which is just the normal cow costume, and then there's the normal cow costume, but like the superhero version, and so it has a cape and a
the
mask
red
and stuff like that.
the red cape, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Super Cow was out
Y'all got
on
super cow.
Halloween because obviously the cow has to dress up too
You guys got
because they
mad cow?
can't just. No, unfortunately, that would be really funny. Just like charge at kids in the playground. It's like, you didn't finish your nuggies.
It's like it's like water boy style, like running at like a kid, be like
You asked for too many Chick-fil-A sauce. Like just absolutely charging. I wish it would charge at some of the
oh
parents
man.
sometimes, but
See,
I'll shut
hey,
up
hey,
before I get myself in trouble.
hey, Chick-fil-A, that's on me, just so you guys know. Also, if you guys want to sponsor us or if you want to make that, remember who made that up? Coach Bruce on TDT Media. Make sure you remember that when you guys make up the mad cow.
See, here's the problem with Chick-fil-A sponsorships. It either has to be like your super duper local one or corporate, and there's no in between. And so it's actually quite hard to get Chick-fil-A sponsorships because Chick-fil-A really only sponsors the college football opening weekend.
Well,
And then
think about
other than that, they
like
just do their own marketing and
well,
they
it's
don't
like
even really need
Atlanta.
to do marketing.
Dude, Atlanta Stadium has a Chick-fil-A, like the Falcons. I don't recall what the name of their stadium is, but like they have.
Mercedes-Benz. No,
Is it, no, yeah, it's
that's
not
New
Mercedes.
Orleans. Whatever it is, yeah.
But it was like the RCA Dome before and like whatever. Anyway, but they called the home of the Atlanta Falcons.
Yes.
They have a Chick-fil-A in their stadium,
Right.
and
That's because
yeah, it is.
corporate's in Atlanta.
Oh, fair point. But like they're
So
not
that's
open,
why.
and they're not open on Sundays when games are being played.
Okay, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Like think about that. Like you have a Chick-fil-A,
But no, we're not. No Chick-fil-A anything
open on
is
Sundays.
allowed to be open on Sunday. Right. There's no exceptions because otherwise everybody would come up with exceptions. So have you heard the thing? This will be my last Chick-fil-A comment before I get myself in trouble. Have you heard the thing where it's like, well, because I am friends with my new GM on Facebook. So hi Rob, if you're seeing this, how you doing?
How you doing, Rob? Pleasure, sir.
Have you seen the thing that's like, I'm gonna open a food truck that makes chicken sandwiches and park it next to Chick-fil-A and only be open on Sundays, and I'm gonna call it Side Chick?
That's hilarious.
There was a meme going around about that a while back, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever because that thing would actually make bank.
Side Chick.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Like imagine just popping up a food truck in the parking lot next to Chick-fil-A. And so people driving by on Sunday, they're like, dang, I wish I could get a chicken sandwich. And you just got a sign, Side Chick, open Sundays only.
I'm going to go with my Side Chick over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to return to the real one on Monday, but for now, yeah.
The real one.
The real one.
Yeah. No, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. All right, MJ. Well, we got Connor.
Get your booty in here, brother.
No easy way to transition out of this, my guy. Let's run the next one, my guy. Let's run the next one.
So you're bringing me in. Is that what I'm hearing? You're bringing me in.
Let's go with this.
Why are we like up your nostrils right now, bro?
Up my nostrils? What are you
I feel like
about?
Okay, no, I've thought this before and we're gonna say it now.
Oh, we're doing it live? You're saying
Connor, your camera is like
That's fine.
Hello?
That's fine.
Hello?
All right, so anyone watching this on Spotify,
Hello?
anyone listening on Spotify right now, Connor's camera is very close to his nasal region.
Cavities.
Do I have
Nasal
any bats
cavities.
in the cave?
No, you're fine. It's
The
just
bats in the cave, my guy.
why are you giving us the opportunity to look though? That's my problem.
Maybe you want to be like the 49ers and dig for gold, my guy. I don't know.
Wow. Ooh, look at you with the history reference
and
the
history reference.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Hey, smart man. Hey, college boy.
But that's what I'm here for. But Bruce, I'm gonna kind of pull you and let's set the tone because I didn't get to wear these yet. So let's put on my Mississippi State Pit Vipers real quick. I got from a sporting event.
I love it.
When I'm on here, yes, the Pit Vipers. I get to introduce my own segment. It is called the Davis Division. These seem to be best segment in sports history. So we're gonna keep it like that. But I got some really, really good stuff for you guys today. Like really, really good stuff. And I'm not too loud, am I? Because I've had to fiddle with my mic these past couple of weeks. Because
wait, what?
I'm a little bit too energetic on the breakdown. That is my favorite.
All right, Kyle, let's hear it, my guy. All
right, MJ. This first one's for you. I'm pretty sure you saw what pictures I had pulled up. And this is like
I did not. I have no idea.
I was talking to Bruce and he was like, "Yeah, Connor, you're such a meat rider. Why are you asking this?"
Talk about that one.
Yeah, that one.
No, all right, my bad.
Yikes! That's what Bruce looked like on Saturday. Anyway.
Oh, hey, I wasn't on the ground dancing. That's for sure.
You don't know that.
Hey, when I got home, anyway, continue.
Well, I got a man who was the number one recruit coming out of high school in the class of 2016. You may know him, MJ, as Rashawn Gary. Okay.
Yes.
Your beloved Packer. But he signed a 4-year deal worth $107 million on his rookie extension, which is he has about a $35 million give or take, but signing bonus.
Yes.
And this ranks him 5th highest paying contracts among D linemen behind, get this, both the Bosa's, TJ Watt, and Myles Garrett. 4 people. Okay. Only 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Rashawn Gary should be getting paid this much money? Because I don't think he's the 5th best D lineman in the league. But you may. A bias aside, MJ, bias aside. Do you think he's the 5th best lineman in the league? And should he be getting this much money?
So, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Rashawn Gary actually did the Packers a favor. So, the way this deal is structured, first of all, the Packers always build in void years to the end of their contracts, which helps spread out their money a little bit, because they are a huge fan of kicking the can down the line. They just do not.
Salary cap does not exist.
Well, it exists. Don't get me wrong, but they are very good at working their cap. Russ Ball does an incredible job. Anyway, that's not the point. Rashawn Gary signed, like you said, Connor, the 5th highest paid edge rusher in the league. Here's the thing. He is one of the best people in the NFL this year at getting pressure. He's coming off an ACL injury and played before most edge rushers would play. He tore his ACL well into the second half of the season last year and was ready to go week 1 against the Bears. He was on a pitch count for the first couple weeks, but he has had consistently a top 5 pressure rate every single week. And so if you wanted to find an edge rusher as their job is to get pressure on the quarterback, and he's top 5 in getting pressure on the quarterback in the league, then yeah, he should be paid top 5. He could have demanded more money, and he very well would have gotten that money on the open market. So his average annual value, when you look at the actual cap hit per year, is way lower than it could have been. He did Packers a big favor by the way it was structured with the signing bonus and the fact that he didn't ask for top edge rusher money, even though he could have, because Rashawn Gary is still young. He still has a lot left in that tank. And to be perfectly honest, right now, especially with Rasul Douglas getting sent to the Bills, Rashawn Gary is the leader of that defense. He is the energy of that defense, and he is the motor of that unit. And a defensive unit that really needs a lot of help, you just can't afford to lose Rashawn Gary. So the Packers could have had to overpay if Rashawn and his camp really wanted to force that hand. But Rashawn and his mother and sister are very tight. They call themselves the Three Musketeers. Both his sister and his mother were in Green Bay on Sunday for the Vikings game. Unfortunately, they saw a crap show. But Rashawn, after the game, his mom and sister went up to the front office, were there when he signed the contract. And so Rashawn loves Green Bay. He wants to be in Green Bay. And I think it's very interesting that the narrative is changing a little bit, not to tangent to Aaron Rodgers. However, it is becoming a much more family-friendly environment with Rodgers gone.
Because Goody's like, I need to sign my guys.
That's all I have to say. And so I think, especially with the notion, and I'm sure Gutekunst had an idea on Sunday that Rasul might be going bye-bye. You had to do this. And so Packers got the deal done. Rashawn got good value. Everybody's happy.
So I'm gonna add to this from an outside Bears fan perspective.
Let's go, Bruce.
I actually like this for the Green Bay Packers. MJ hit on a couple key points, and I got to give it to him. 100% accurate. The guy came back from an ACL injury week 1 right away against the Chicago Bears. You know why? Because he's a freaking dog. He's ready to freaking go. I love this, but. And he talked about pressures, but at the end of the day, the main thing that any player in the NFL has to do is produce results. Yes. And with that being said, though, the last 5 games, though, this man has produced, MJ. Produced. I am totally okay with 4 sacks. I am totally okay with his tackle numbers on limited time too, because he is on limited time. All right. So I like this signing for Green Bay. Again, I think it provides them an intense linebacker, edge rush type player who's able to honestly play multiple positions in that. Like you can put him out in coverage in like that in that hook flat area, hook curl.
Sure better than Preston Smith in coverage. Dear goodness.
Correct.
Hey, no slandering state alumni here. Come on now.
They put Preston Smith on Devontae Adams, and he looked more lost than a country girl in downtown Chicago.
He was on skates.
Oh my god!
This dude was on rollerblades while on ice.
Yeah.
So,
but no, Bruce, to your point, week 1 against the Bears, I forgot the exact numbers. I just pulled it up. This brother, 10 pass rush snaps. He got pressure on 5 of them.
Well, it's against the Bears, though.
Yes, but still, like 50%.
Right. That's insane. So, like, honestly, I like that. I actually think that now they saw what he was producing from a microcosm of his snap counts, and they're like, okay, he can be productive. So you know what? I want to re-sign him at a point that's agreeable amongst a team-friendly / player-friendly deal.
Yeah.
So the player was okay with it. He's enjoying Green Bay. He likes the area. He likes the cheese curds. I don't blame him. I do too. So saying that, Goody did a great job. It's one of the only times you may hear me say that. I'm not talking about anything else that we've sparred with or Green Bay Packer fans are hating about him. However, I think he did a good job in signing him to this extension.
And just 2 more things. One, this is a fair point by Jack. Like, you don't have to think of him as a top 5 edge rusher, but when he's the best player on your defense right now, you have to get this done. The other thing is
Jalen Johnson's the best player on the Chicago Bears right now,
and they should have extended him.
Agreed.
So these 2 things go along with it. Not including this year, but the previous 2 years combined, Rashawn Gary actually, in just pressure attempts, not actual sacks or anything, Rashawn Gary had the highest pressure rate of anyone in the NFL in 22 and 21. So the Packers would have signed him to an extension last offseason, but he tore his ACL. So
they were waiting,
they waited until they made sure he was healthy again. The dude is an athletic freak.
They got him for cheaper. They got him for cheaper. And as bad as that sounds from a business perspective,
they absolutely would have had to pay more if he didn't tear his ACL last season. And so it sucks, but he still gets a bag. Like $100 million is not something to scoff at.
Agree, but again, it can kick. Again, it could be a situation where I don't know what the numbers are on the actual contract in and of itself. Like I don't know guaranteed money and I don't know any of that stuff. Like they could kick the can down the road. I don't know what the incentives are to it. So
it's way more. The incentives are way more actually like games played based than performance because they know he's going to perform. And the contract only takes him to like his age 29 season. So he's still going to get another bag when he's 29.
Well, and usually around the age of 28 to 30, traditionally, that's usually the years that you see the edge rushers get their largest bags, and that's usually when they start honing in on all of their skill sets. So that could be. I mean, it could be a good thing for Green Bay, but it also could be a bad thing for Green Bay because he could get to the point where I'm outperforming my contract and I'm outperforming what's going on here in Green Bay. I'm not saying, but there could be some man.
It's very possible. I'm not going to say it's not. The only thing is Green Bay hasn't really had people demand trades before.
No, I'm saying
for the most part. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that's
not re-signed.
No, that's actually very likely to happen. The Packers very rarely give second contracts outside of they gave one to Aaron Rodgers, obviously.
Right.
Other than that,
quarterback.
Right. But even Devontae Adams, they didn't give him another deal. They don't do that. They don't give out because they value if they're spending money, they're spending money on something that's going to produce.
Right.
And that's why, unfortunately, Rasul Douglas was essentially a cap casualty. It sucks, and everybody in the Packers locker room is gutted, but he was going to eat up a lot of cap the next 2 years, and a third-round pick is cheaper, and now it gives the Packers 5 picks in the top 100, So I don't agree with some of the things Goody does, but at least I can comprehend the reasoning. Whereas there are some NFL general managers, and I'm actually not throwing shade at the Bears at the moment.
No, believe me,
there are some GMs where I'm like,
later. I got that later.
There are some GMs where I'm like, what are you doing, brother? What are you doing? Anyway,
fair enough.
Connor, what else we got?
Connor, what we got?
I might have to go 5 minutes into the next segment because y'all are just so.
That's fine. We don't have a guest, so we got
Gary.
Rashawn Gary. Oh, I also made a cool edit of Rashawn Gary last night. Hold on. Keep going. I'll throw it up on the screen
at
some point.
Bruce, this one is directed towards you. You're going to take this one off from me.
Bring it.
So, I'm going to go to basketball, and then I'm going to go back to football because I got something to end off. I'm probably going to take a minute of our time with the last one. So, this one. James Harden.
Yes, sir. Overrated.
He joins the Claw, Kawhi Leonard, PG-13, who's averaging 28.8 points a game right now.
He's getting his prime wasted.
And Mr. Triple-Double himself.
Oh my God.
Not anymore.
Russell Westbrook. In Los Angeles on this Clippers team.
Yes, sir.
So may I introduce to you, Bruce, the 2023 Los Angeles Clippers. Yep. Are they the best team in basketball? Will they be the best team in basketball? Are they NBA Finals contenders?
No. Okay. NBA, you got to define what NBA Finals contenders would be. Like that would be like, okay, are they going to make it to the playoffs? Yes. Are they going to
conference championship? Is what
so are they a conference championship contender out west? That is the strongest conference, obviously, in the NBA. The West is way stronger than the East. To answer that question, short, no.
Is it?
It's 100%. It's between the Suns. Okay, so all right, so I'll say this: it's very top heavy. So
okay, no, you're right. You're right.
I like the Suns.
I'll give it to you.
So I like the Suns. Hey, this is another thing too, and I don't want people, and MJ will appreciate me saying this too. Don't sleep on the Warriors. Do not sleep on that basketball team because anytime someone sleeps on Steph Curry and company, people go up.
Them to sleep.
And not only that, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, old man Chris Paul, he still has game. He still has the ability. There's a reason why. What we got?
Finals contenders typically don't have James Harden.
Hey, that's might be one of the few things I agree with him on. But
that's funny.
But no, that's actually really good. Really good. Yeah, dude, I'm interested to see. So actually, you know what, Connor? I have a question again. So you said PG has 28 points per game, correct?
28.8 points per game, yes.
All right, I have a question for you. With James Harden in that lineup, don't you think his point production is going to go down now?
Oh, for sure, because they'll most definitely have James Harden.
I don't have it directly in front of me. What's the Clippers record currently?
I think they're 3-4.
The Clippers are 3-2.
3-2.
That's
so
right.
So they're hovering around 500 action. Okay. So obviously that's only a very, very small sample size, but all right, I'll say this. The Clippers are not an NBA Finals contender. I think any team that James Harden goes to ends up being trash. And I'm not saying like the players on the team are trash. I think that there is a particular person. There's a particular like, what's the word I'm looking for, MJ? I don't want to say cancer. I don't like that word. He's
stigma.
Stigma. No. There's just an area that he adds something to a team of like an aura of selfishness that ends up disrupting a flow of any team that could potentially do well. And plus, I think Westbrook's like cooked. Like I used to like him in his prime, but
really,
yeah, I did. I used to like him in his prime, but I'm cool with it. I've watched a couple games. I've watched 2 games that were on national TV, and I was like, nah. So no, they're not. I'm gonna say my top 3 teams out west are the Suns, Denver, and Warriors.
I'm gonna save once we're done with the Davis division. I'm gonna save my Warriors chat for then.
Oh, here you go.
Because okay, and it's not just because I'm a Warriors fan. Like, there's also some bigger implications that I would like to discuss with you, Bruce. But we'll get there eventually.
I'm okay with that.
Ruin Connor's flow.
I think we have, but how much we've talked.
We'll save it for the rant.
All right, word. I like that.
No guests today. We'll save it for the rant.
Word.
But
what else we got, Connor? Yes, sir.
I just want a brief, I like to see both of y'all's opinions. I just want a brief. You probably agree with Bruce. Just give me something brief here.
About James Harden?
About the Clippers.
The first thing Russell Westbrook said to James Harden when he walked into the locker room was stay on that side. Yep. So if you want to tell me that chemistry is just going to flow together real well, I don't know what to tell you. They've played together 2 times before, and they've both left both times. So I don't know why the Clippers thought magically that the third time was actually the charm, and this is going to work because it's just going to give Kawhi an excuse to not play.
It's because you got PG.
Is going to jack up threes all day, and they're still going to lose. Russell Westbrook is going to take stupid threes when he shouldn't. And, stat pad, if you want to say that. I don't think he really stat pads anymore, but whatever. And then James Harden is going to take one-legged fadeaway threes and then complain that his beard wasn't moisturized well enough. Like
what?
I do like the addition to PJ Tucker, though. Like, I like
PJ Tucker.
Theoretically, hard emphasis on theoretically. I like a closing lineup of Westbrook, Harden, Kawhi, PG, and PJ Tucker. That's really hard to defend. And that's, other than the guards, that's a really good defensive lineup with PG, Kawhi, and PJ Tucker. I like PJ Tucker as a small ball 5 in that world. But who takes that shot? Like right now, it's Paul George.
PG. It has to be PG.
But
PG.
It does have to be PG. But then what happens when James Harden gets the rebound and takes it down the court and takes a stupid shot? And then Kawhi is shaking his head. PJ Tucker gets in his face. Paul George says stuff after the game. And Russell Westbrook starts grittying in the background. Like
I'm going to say this right now. And I don't think. All right, so this could be kind of a controversial take and or prediction. I don't think Kawhi's there after the season, and I don't know his contract situation. So yeah, that could be accurate because he could be a free agent. I don't know, but I don't think Kawhi stays there because I see him. I do see him as a team hopper. A little bit. I do see him as a team hopper. Like I think he thrives in an atmosphere of sustained environments that are stable environments. Actually, how about that? Stable environments. And I don't think he's going to find a stable environment in LA on that Clipper team. So I can totally see Kawhi just being like, I'm done with this. I'm out.
He's on the 3rd year of his 4th year contract, by the way.
3rd year is 4. Okay. So yeah. So hey, you know what though? That might be honestly for the Clippers.
Somebody could buy him out for a rental.
Exactly for the Clippers. That might be. So it depends. So we'll see where they are halfway through the season, and when that trade deadline hits, that could be a casualty, but a rental, I guess you'd say, for another team.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. Real quick before we move on, I just want to see. I honestly have no idea what this is going to look like on the screen. What does this look? Dude. Oh my gosh. I can do so many things with this CapCut background remover.
You're welcome. You are welcome.
Dude, you have no idea how much fun I'm going to have with this. Okay. Continue, Connor.
Same.
All right. For the last one, I got to take the sunglasses off of this. This is some
hold on.
Maybe.
If the Celtics get him, Jack, easily they're winning it, dude. Easily they are winning.
No, they're not, because then they just have 3 of the same player.
I'm going to say this right now, and if Jack's correct on this, and if that happens, I'll do something for Jack because legit, yeah, that's a good freaking call.
They already have 2 of the Jack. They're not winning.
They're not winning it now. They'll be representing the East, but they're not winning it now. No.
Will they?
The
Will
Bucks.
they?
I kind of like the Bucks. What the Bucks have done with.
I don't
Damian
think the Bucks
Lillard.
like the Bucks right now.
I kind of like the Bucks.
We'll ask Jack about Jackson about that, but the that conference is hot doo-doo. Oh my gosh,
dude, it's not very good.
Warriors are winning the finals. Okay, anyway,
whoa, pump the brakes. All right, go ahead, Connor. Sorry.
Okay, Now, this has been a very big topic in football, and I don't know if y'all know where I'm going with this, but I have a couple facts to lay down for you guys before I ask my question.
I love the tush push.
It's not the tush push.
I bet you do, Bruce.
It's not the tush push. It's not the tush. I'm so.
I bet you're a huge fan. of the tush push, Coach Bruce.
As long as I'm the one doing the pushing.
Bruce invented the tush push.
Anyway, I'm in an effort to be not. Yeah, let's continue.
Okay. Second year head coach, Josh McDaniels. And the general manager, Dave Ziegler. They were fired from Las Vegas, the Sin City. They left. They're gone. He was 9-16 in his under 2 seasons and was fired. You can't do that. He was fired by owner Mark Davis. And we've seen in the past that there have been plenty of coaches who have had rocky starts. You take John Gruden's second gig with the Raiders. He went 11-21 in his 2 seasons. Kyle Shanahan started 10-22 for the 49ers. And get this, Dan Campbell started 4-19-1 with the Lions. Very big Dan Campbell fans on the show. So my question is, I'm going to ask MJ this first.
Oh, okay.
I have MJ this first. I'm gonna let I know Bruce has like.
I'm ready to go. I'm already ready to go.
I'm gonna save him for last. What makes what makes Josh Daniels different from these head coaches with these rocky starts? Or is he just not fit to be a head coach? And before you answer this question, I want to give you some more little stats, but to give you some more ammunition, maybe Bruce or MJ. So this is a couple things that he's been credited with in his time in Las Vegas. He blew the largest lead in franchise history when he lost to the Arizona Cardinals in Week 2 last season after leading 20 points. He lost to the Colts after Jeff Saturday was the interim head coach.
I forgot about that.
Yes. It was his only win. That was Jeff Saturday's only win as interim head coach. He squandered a double-digit lead in Los Angeles on the Rams when Baker Mayfield had 5 minutes to learn the offense.
Oh, that was against them too? Oh my gosh.
I didn't know.
He got shut out by my team, the New Orleans Saints, in Week 8 last season, and the Raiders didn't even make it to the 50-yard line that game. Not once. And another one, and Bruce is going to really, really like this. They just lost to an undrafted Division II quarterback in Tyson Bagent. Not only lost, I'm pretty sure he won like 30-12 or 30-16 or something.
It was like 33-13 or something.
Yeah, it was something crazy by Tyson Bagent.
Let's go.
So, giving you that
Bagent, man.
Tell me, MJ, is he fit? Is he not fit? Or is he just bad, you know?
Josh McDaniels has one fatal flaw, and I need you to look me in the eyes when I say this. His one fatal flaw is he has no coaching talent. That's it. He's not a good coach. He's not a good motivator of men. Like, I already want to run through a brick wall for the Raiders interim head coach, and I don't even know his name. So you want to tell me that Josh McDaniels is
Antonio Pierce, dude,
coach in NFL?
All right, I got this.
I saw the clip, but I really didn't pay attention. I just
know Antonio Pierce from like the days of like when he was a Steeler, got drafted by the Steelers, and dude, I was like,
okay, yeah. So Josh McDaniels, just as Jack has so eloquently pointed out many times,
let me in,
has not done anything outside of New England. So, not to give sole credit, to my favorite kisser of kids, but like he didn't do anything outside of New England. And so I honestly don't find a way that he could ever coach anywhere else again. Definitely not head coaching, because once again, he has that much talent.
He had to crack open another beer. I was trying not to interrupt you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, first of all, this man. Oh my God. I'm going to speak to this as a Chicago Bears fan. The only things that this man has ever actually done with talent, it was already given to him by having Randy Moss, Tom Brady, Edelman. The list goes on. I don't even know. But that's the only reason why he was successful at his freaking job is because he had a Hall of Fame quarterback at the helm for him the whole time. All right, done with that because I know the Chicago Bears wanted him at some point. And some people wanted him. I was like vehemently, that's the word, against it. All right, let's put it that. Let's go there. All right. Secondly, so the comparison to Dan Campbell, the comparison that Dan Campbell had at the time frame in which he had it, he had first round draft picks that were growing, that were cultivating, that were being groomed, being ready to go, being ready to take over in positions that were of need. Guess what? Interior line. The Detroit Lions at the time completely shed all of their talent and were drafting interior linemen, defense and offensive linemen. And that's how you grow a team. Anybody that's in the freaking division, anybody that knows what they're doing with a draft, yeah, you make a team by putting the defense and offensive linemen being solid, seeing what like the Eagles have done, seeing what Tom Brady has done. Yes, there you go, MJ. There's the credit. What Tom Brady's done in his career. He had solid offensive line, he had solid defensive line. Then all of a sudden you sprinkle in some skill position players that can make plays. Okay, that's exactly what the Lions have done. All right. So going back to this clown. He's not very good. MJ already said it. He's not good at leading men. He's not very good at motivating men. He's not very good at coaching position. He's not a good positional coach either. Like, what has he done as a position coach? What does he do as an offensive coordinator? Okay, Tom Brady, throw the ball to Randy Moss, throw the ball to Julian Edelman. Okay, shit, I could do that. I could make a 5-yard completion to Randy Moss in his prime. All right, let me take the snap. All right, okay, in saying that,
I love how much you hate the Raiders. It makes me so happy.
I can't stand this team. The Raiders are absolute. Hey, Jimmy Garoppolo, I love you. You got screwed over by being benched by the offensive coordinator, being fired, and then now the new one and whatever. But Antonio Pierce,
almost a 5% turnover rate when he steps on the field. That's cool.
I know, but I coached him. I coached him in high school, so I still got to show some love to my guy. It is bad though. Still love you, buddy.
I think Alex said it best.
Oh,
He's
fair.
Good at being bad.
Hold on, I got one more thing. Sorry, and then we're cool with it. All right, so McDaniels, you are the McDonald's of the NFL, and I don't want to go to you anymore. Saying that,
though, no.
I do like Antonio Pierce. Antonio Pierce, the interim coach, played linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Absolute beast back in the day. And I can remember getting a rookie card of his when I was a kid and seeing that. And I'd be like, yeah, dude, I like this guy because he brought an intense demeanor. So this is the same man that said in his press conference, I think today. Yeah, it was today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
About how he listens to NWA going to Raiders games when he was a kid and stuff like that, rock the Raiders hat and like just knows that whole the whole atmosphere, the whole Raider thing. Like, I'm cool with the Raiders. Like, I like that attitude. I like that thought process. I'm not cool with this whole persona that you have, these people with a spiky fucking damn it. There's the word. I said it. That's one.
0 days without an incident.
You're out.
Yeah, I got one. My bad, guys. My bad. But yeah, the spiky pads and stuff like that. You don't need that. Just the Raiders franchise back in the day with Bo Jackson in the 80s, whatever. Even in the 2000s with Rich Cannon and Jerry Rice and those guys, they weren't so douchebaggy. You wouldn't see that as that. Well, with Romanowski maybe, but anyway, I digress. But anyway, I think it was a great. The intern coach is he's a great dude. I love that. Way better than McDaniels. McDaniels is absolute dog shit. I'm done with this topic. I can't stand the Raiders.
And Bruce, you know what you need when you get so heated about the Raiders that you just want to punch a hole in your wall.
Good cards. Oh, good homeowners insurance.
Erie.
Yeah, we did it again.
Go ahead, Connor. Go ahead, Connor. Go ahead, Connor.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
When you call, hey, by the way, real quick, shout out real quick to Connor because he did a great job with this. When you call Jeff Wertepny, it's called Wertepny, at 704-464-4544. Let him know that TDT Media and Third Down Thursday sent you, and he's going to hook you guys up with some good stuff. But also let him know that I am better than him at Call of Duty. By the way, new season came out. Haven't tried it yet. May try it tonight. We'll see what happens. MJ! How you doing?
My face when Connor messes up the commercial.
That's pretty good.
I'm kidding.
Actually.
It was me. It was me. I messed it up. Connor's our executive producer. I should not be touching things, and Connor took that personally. I understand. Also, let's just I know I put it up on the screen. This poor young man. I know I put it up on the screen before, but like and this is what we do around here. We're gonna have like a quick 30-second meeting. Bruce, the stuff that we can do,
I know,
being able to overlay this stuff on top of what we already have.
Isn't that great?
That is going to be fantastic.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see if he's. Oh, put it back up. Put it back up. Put it back up. Let me see. He's going to hold my head in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hands.
Oh my gosh! You know what he should be holding, Bruce, is some W Energy. Use code Third Down Thursdays at wenergy.com to get 10% off on your next shipment. We use W Energy around here.
Oh yeah, that's why. That's hey. Ever since we converted to a 2-hour show, we need some W Energy, boys. we need some.
We need a little something. Oh, so you're telling me you can use code Third Down Thursdays at wenergy.com and get 10% off? Oh, okay. And you want to know what you can do when you get that energy?
Oh no!
Dance like this.
Oh, I knew you were gonna do that. I was waiting to see the other one, and I was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Coach Bruce.
All right.
We have, if my time serves me correctly. Also, what do you think of that little ticker I put at the bottom? You like that? You like that?
Oh, no,
you like that? Up next.
Yeah,
up next.
Yeah, I like that. Oh,
since we have a 2-hour show now, I feel that it's appropriate to let the people know what's going on in the next hour. So what you're going to see is me and Bruce are going to bring Chaos Central, which Connor is the new name of the segment. I decided. Chaos Central is our rant segment. So if we ever rant for 30 minutes, because Bruce and I are going to yell about some stuff for the next 30 minutes, that's what it's called. And then at 8:15, former NFL DB Nate Ness is going to join us, and I have some All-22 prepared for him, courtesy of our new video editor, Jesus. Shout out to Jesus, by the way. I got to give him. He's doing a fantastic job. He already is better at video editing than I probably would ever be. So shout out to him.
Exactly.
He's doing a fantastic job. But we've got some Eagles and some 49ers All-22 pulled, and I want to ask Nate, who is the better NFC contender? But Bruce, I
do like that though. I do like that.
Thank you. I pulled that out of my butt yesterday. Because Jesus asked me, he said, didn't you want me to pull all 22? And I said, I did. And he goes, what do you want me to pull? And I said, I have no idea. So I just came up with
what did he say?
What did he say? So I told him to pull because the 49ers sucked the other day and the Eagles were great. So I said, pull some examples of the 49ers being trash and the Eagles being good. And then we'll ask Nate which one is legit. But Bruce, what is legit is a trade that the Chicago Bears made, sending a second-round pick, which right now is projected to be a late 30s in the 2024 NFL draft.
Like 35, I think is what it is right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it's 35, anywhere between 35 to 39. I'll say that
a high second round pick
high
to the Washington Commodores. For defensive lineman Montez Sweat, Coach Bruce.
Correct.
What do we think of this deal just a year after the Bears did the same thing for wide receiver Chase Claypool? What do we think?
So I really wish I had the stat breakdown on this. Initially, I took some hits on this. I did. I took some hits on this because I want Chase Young. And I like in our chat, I did respectfully took some hits. I get it. I understand. I understand the reasons why I took those hits too. Okay, I get it. However, I am warming up to the idea of Sweat. Okay, I love Sweat. It sounds so bad, but no, I don't love Sweat, but I do love this acquisition. The only thing that I'm scared of is the only way you make this deal, MJ, is if you know in the background that you are going to extend him. Okay. Because if you're not going to extend him, if you're going to allow him to search free agency, okay, all right. So here's the other thing. That's what the franchise tag's for. So okay, let's hypothetically say the Chicago Bears end up franchise tagging him. Why would any player want to come to the Chicago Bears in good faith, thinking that like, okay, I want to go to this team. I have like 1 year left, whatever, blah blah blah. Like, I don't want to go to that team. That is absolute dog shit. Way that's a dog shit way to run a franchise, and run a roster. If you go to a team and you're going to get franchise tagged and not be allowed to like negotiate your terms to the contract when you think that, okay, I'm leaving a team in the Commodores, or I'm sorry to Coach Rivera, because I'm sorry, he's a lame duck coach right now. You're leaving.
Oh.
Yeah, I said it. He's a lame duck coach. You're leaving that team to go to another team, what's not going to make the playoffs, not going to do jack diddly squat. But you're thinking like, okay, it's a bigger market, like a larger, well-known franchise. Unfortunately, NBC stop putting them in primetime, please. But
Washington?
No, the Bears. You're going to a team like you're going to like a larger market team. So saying that though, I do like it. Like it's grown on me. Like I've seen some stuff. I've seen some stats, and I like it. I just want to see the consistency aspect of him playing in games has been awesome. The impact of which he's had during the course of the games that he's played in, I want more, and I'm selfish like that. Okay, that's the only thing. Chase Young disrupts teams, disrupts everything, and the fact that this guy went to the 49ers for a 3rd round draft pick, I was like, why couldn't the Chicago Bears trade a 3rd round draft pick for this guy? And then like the thought process of like, okay, he's a rental, like he's going to be 1 year and one and done. The 49ers are in the point that the Bears aren't. They can do this because like, okay, they're in a Super Bowl window or a championship window or whatever. And I get that. So that's I had to calm down. So stop.
Okay, but for real though, can I ask you a legitimate question? Like this is
all right. Glasses off. All right, glasses off. Wait, on. We're going bald head now.
Oh gosh.
All right, we're going bald head. All right.
If I'm Montez Sweat, right?
Okay. Yep.
No disrespect to him. However, if the Bears won't pay Jalen Johnson, and that relationship is so bad that they gave him ability to request a trade, his reps told the Bears he didn't want to play there anymore.
Right, yeah.
Why would I want to go there, and why would I think, with good faith, like you said, that they're actually going to pay me?
So here's the thing. So Sweat wanted to go to the Falcons, okay? The Falcons didn't want to give first of all, the Falcons, so kind of like talking to some stuff or talking to some people, whatever. The Falcons, so this is known publicly. Like the Falcons didn't want to give up a 2nd round pick for him. All right, be that as it may. However, the Falcons also didn't want to pay Sweat the amount of money that he wants to extend his contract either. That's something that's not readily known. Like not like that's not out there though. Just so we're aware that's not out there.
Yeah.
So in good faith, the Bears ended up trading for him, in that they would be able to negotiate the contract with Sweat and make a deal. So saying that, MJ, to answer the question that you're talking about, I could totally see the Chicago Bears having an agreement with both players. And yes, I said that, both players in the calendar year. So to be closer, to be like a more, okay, like who's going to sign sooner? Sweat's going to have his contract extension sooner than Johnson. So, which is a common trend. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. And I know Nate, you might be watching, it might be, whatever, but oftentimes defensive backs are a little bit more defensive with regards to their talents. All right, so that's the reason why Ryan Poles, and I think he played poker here. Okay, so he's like, all right, you don't want to sign this contract we're offering you. This is the whatever. All right, you want to seek a trade? Go ahead and seek a trade. Go out there and see what you can do. And it didn't match what the Bears were willing to give. So I don't know if you saw the press conference, but Ryan Poles said he would take he sees the I guess grade for Johnson as a late first rounder and early second rounder. That's what he grades him out as currently. So because he's like, if I lose him, I want to get someone that's equal to him. And I'm paraphrasing. That's basically what he said.
What he said was it would take a late first round pick or early second round pick to get a player of the quality.
Correct. Exactly. So saying that, I think he's going to end up being re-signed by the Chicago Bears, because I think that he saw what the market was out there for him. Because I'm sorry, he's not a top 10 cornerback in the NFL. Is he coverage wise? Okay, maybe I can take that away, but you can also okay. So there's so many factors that play into this though, because the Bears' defensive line has been absolute dog doo-doo. Okay, they rank worst in pressures in the NFL, or bottom tier in pressures in the NFL. They're last, that I know for sure, in sacks in the NFL. So because of those stats, that makes the defensive backs look terrible too, though, because guess what? Justin Herbert had all day to throw last week. Everyone has all day to throw for against the Chicago Bears. I said, man, because Bruce probably has me too much. Cheers, sir. Cheers.
That's a good one. That's a good one, brother.
That's a good one. Hey, good to see you again, Mike. I haven't seen you in a while in the chat. But yeah, man, no. So I think they're both going to be re-signed. To be honest with you, who's helped. So shout out real quick to Jack. Like, he did actually kind of make me kind of rethink my thoughts a little bit on the trade. It made me kind of dive deeper into it. I just want to see the production, and I want it to not be because you had Chase Young on the opposite side of you that you had the production that you had. And
right.
That still wasn't the same production that Chase Young had. So,
but I will say, it still looks bad from an outside perspective that
Agree.
They paid a second
100%.
round pick. And I understand, Connor, if you can put Jack's, or if you can, Connor put it in the private chat. Young has only played 33 games versus Sweat 68 in their career. And I understand Chase is younger as well. Right. But it is a availability thing, 100%. Right. And so
the greatest attribute is availability,
which I totally get. But Chase Young is the higher upside. So if you could get him and keep him, you do it.
But again, it goes back.
I would have shipped a second and a third for Chase and Sweat. Why not? You're not going to get higher quality players.
So you're saying you would have gotten both of them?
Yeah. If they're available.
Oh, fair, Jack. Okay,
are you going to get?
I got to take a look at that though. But the I almost said Redskins. But the Commanders' defensive line, they had a pretty solid defensive line though. Their interior defensive line's pretty freaking good, if I remember correctly too though. But
who Washington?
Yeah, the Commanders. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but that's because of Sweat and Young.
No, God, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, obviously Young's on the interior. Who's the other? Yeah, I know who you're talking about. The other
Like
interior defensive lineman.
Yeah,
there.
I can't remember. He's pretty damn good too. I can't remember his name, but anyway. But no, I get it. Like actually, like no, like dude. Okay, so all right, if we're gonna rant about this, we're gonna chaos. We're gonna go chaos central here, boys. All right, so we're gonna go with this. We're gonna go this route. All right, if we're gonna go Bears, let's talk Bears. All right. Here's the thing that I'm actually really pissed off about. All right. You have like okay, they had that trade. All right, be that as it may, it was a splash move. Finally, okay, cool. Something that the fans could be somewhat positive about. Okay, and like I'm totally kind of I'm navigating this a subject change, just so you know. Okay, something that Bears fans can be positive about and be happy about. And then lo and behold, we wake up to I immediately woke up, immediately gave my wife a kiss on her forehead, got ready to go brush my teeth, whatever, grab my phone. I look down at my phone. What's the first thing I see on Twitter? First thing I see on Twitter, MJ, is the Chicago Bears have fired their running backs coach. All right, dive into it a little bit more. Let's go. Dive into it a little bit more, MJ. And what do I see? He gets fired from the HR department for actions or whatever that were inappropriate in the workplace, or I don't know. I can't remember the exact term. But so here's the thing: we have two coaches who have been fired from the Chicago Bears staff that did something detrimental in the workplace to cause their termination by HR. Not by the actual actions on the field, but by HR. All right. So it's the responsibility of the coach that gets hired to bring in said coaching staff, correct? Oh, MJ froze. We still there? Connor, you still there? Is he froze?
He is frozen for me.
Okay, good. Oh, he's back. Is he back?
Hello?
There we go. He's back. He's back. Go ahead.
Yes, it is the responsibility of the coaching staff.
Sorry, buddy. Exactly. So saying that, who ended up hiring?
I'm in Dallas now, but yes, close enough.
Nice. So who? But you know what though? Who ended up hiring Matt Eberflus? It wasn't Ryan Poles, MJ.
Right, because Poles got hired after.
Exactly. And it wasn't Kevin. It wasn't exactly, and it wasn't Kevin Warren either, because he was a part of a system that was done by a committee of people who get handed $100,000 here, $100,000 here, $100,000. Good job, guys. You helped us hire someone.
Can I be on that committee?
Shit, same. That's what I want.
We could hire a better Bruce. That's what we need to turn this into. A GM hiring committee.
Oh God, I got to get his name right. There it is. All right, done. Bill Polian. Bill Polian is a part of.
Oh, don't get me started on Bill Polian.
I can't anymore with this process that this ownership group, the McCaskey ownership group, has done. It's so who is actually liable in this situation? Who is the responsible, culpable party in this situation? It is not Matt. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is Matt Eberflus to an extent, but it's not Eberflus. It's not Ryan Poles. It's not Kevin Warren. It's the people who hired the hiring group to find the people that don't know how to hire. The ownership. What is this? What is exactly?
The people who hired the hiring group who don't know how to hire.
Exactly.
That's okay. I just want to make sure that I got it.
Isn't that amazing? I can't I can't tell you how much. So the frustration that Green Bay Packer fans are feeling this year, to a degree, is a sliver of what is going on in the Chicagoland area, MJ. I am so sick and tired of hearing everyone's like, oh, you get to hear sports talk radio in the Chicagoland area. That's awesome right now, isn't it? Because this, that, and the other. No, I would much rather the team be undefeated and be talking about how fucking amazing. There's number 2. how amazing the team is right now. Because I am so darn tired of hearing just controversy after controversy like occurring like in an area that it shouldn't occur in. So who is going to be the one held liable in this situation? It's not going to be like Eberflus is going to be gone regardless at the end of this year. Okay, done. Ryan Poles has nothing to do with this, and to be honest with you, I actually kind of see his vision for what this team is doing right now. If he gets the correct quarterback in place, yes, I'm calling that out on Justin Fields too, even though I do like him still. But you might not be the guy, my guy.
Nah, you're a Tyson Bagent fanboy now.
No, he's a good backup. He really is a good backup. I am a fan. Okay, so if we're being serious and not BS for the screen or whatever. No, Tyson Bagent is the story's awesome. He's a great guy. Like I love everything about it, but no, he's a backup, but he's proved that. So that's great anyways. So saying that, who is going to be the responsible party that's happened in the Chicago in Hallis Hall? Like who's going to be the person held responsible for it? No one. You know why? Because it was ownership's fault. Until they sell that damn team, no one's to be held responsible. That's it.
I mean,
I know that was a long ass rant, and I apologize for it. But
no, it's fine. It's fine. The problem is it goes so much because of the ownership. It goes so much deeper than just like firing a couple people, and so
correct. And like, what's it going to do? You're going to turn into the Raiders. You're going to turn into the Raiders of the Eastern Conference or the NFC Eastern Conference of the NFC. You're going to turn into the Raiders of the NFC.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. Because you're going to keep repeating, like changing GMs, changing coaches, changing GM, changing coaches. It's a repeated thing. You're turning in. The Chicago Bears are the freaking Raiders of the NFC right now. That was such good timing. Well done, Connor. Well done. Well done. Well done. I cannot tell you how frustrating it is as a fan and how frustrating it is to I can't all right. So MJ, I had an article I wrote about the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Halfway wrote. And I stopped and I was reading something else on my screen and then I got frustrated and I got really angry. I ripped the paper off and I threw it at a wall. And then this is totally behind the scenes stuff, you guys. Because I got so angry and frustrated. I was like, dude, I'm done. I can't. And it's not even the players. That's the thing. It's not even the players that piss me off anymore. It's management. It's so infuriating.
Bruce, it's going to be okay.
I can't wait for Nate to come on right now. I just want to hear the calm, soothing sounds of somebody that has played football and can analyze football on the field, and not the crap that goes on in the freaking offices.
There's nothing that can calm you more than getting messy with Nate Nessie.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
Oh my gosh. But no, I mean the Bears, they'll get there eventually. They have a lot of things that need to go on. They'll get there eventually. Do I have permission to talk about the Warriors for 5 minutes before Nate gets on here?
Definitely. Patrick Williams doesn't deserve $200 million, by the way. Go ahead.
Oh, amen to that. So I've seen a lot of, and let me preface this before the season started. I saw a lot of people discussing how, wow.
I'm sorry.
Yikes. Brother, that's an essay. You're not wrong though.
That's pretty good.
So I've seen, and again, this is before the season, a lot of people talking about how the Chris Paul trade was very bad for the Warriors. And I'll be honest, when I first saw it, when I first heard about it before I saw it on Twitter and stuff, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. There's been a lot of issues in the past with specific niche chemistry issues for the Warriors. And my biggest issue, I'll be perfectly honest, that I had originally was, will Chris Paul and Draymond Green get along? Right? Because they've squabbled in games against each other before. And Chris Paul came in his first press conference, said, "Hey, I'm here to win. Whatever that needs to be. This is a group that wins. I want to win." Okay.
Right.
And you can respect that, but also you got to see how it pans out on the floor. And the biggest issue for the Warriors last year, one of the reasons they lost so many road games, was their non-Steph Curry minutes. So Curry plays 36 to 38 minutes in a game. So there's 10 to 12 minutes, roughly a quarter, where Curry isn't playing. And they were horrific. And so essentially, the Warriors swapped a couple role players, Jordan Poole and others, and now they have in their rotation 3 veterans instead of some of the young guys that were playing every single night last year. So now we have Chris Paul, Gary Payton, and Dario Saric all coming off the bench. And it is amazing, Bruce, the difference between Chris Paul running the Warriors system and Jordan Poole. And I would like the record to show I love Jordan Poole. He's hilarious.
Dude, you see
skill.
Please tell me you saw. Please tell me you saw
pulls in Washington already.
I was about to say
is hilarious. Throwing lobs off the backboard when they're down 20.
He's playing export basketball. He just watches
absolutely.
When I saw that export basketball type stuff, I was sitting there. I'm like, yeah.
But Jordan Poole cannot hold a candle to one of the 5 best point guards ever.
No, and that's the reason why the Warriors got rid of him too.
And the Warriors have got 2 of them.
I know.
The Warriors have got 2 of the best point guards ever. And so when you look at what Draymond Green said the other day, he was like, honestly, our chemistry last year was terrible. He said, I didn't like coming to work. Obviously, he fought with Jordan Poole. Literally, they punched each other. It doesn't surprise me that he didn't like coming to work last year. But I will say, even just watching the Warriors play in their few games so far this year, I watched their first game against the Kings. They look like the Warriors again. They were moving the ball. Klay Thompson.
I still want to see him play. I want to see him play Denver.
That's fair. But I think they match up so much better with Denver now. And one of the reasons being Kevon Looney stays fresher because they have Saric. True. And Saric has really learned how to actually play a big man role. He's no longer just a 4. He can actually play legitimate center minutes.
I think that's a shout. I think it's a shout out to Steve Kerr too.
Oh, for sure. And that is why
Steve Kerr is one. I think. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You're fine.
But I'm going to tell you this right now. Steve Kerr is probably. I'm going to say this is a very underrated basketball coach in the NBA.
Oh, for sure. And I understand.
And I will tell you right now, if you talk to people, if you found anybody that's on, even Nate, I'm curious to know Nate's thoughts on this. If you grabbed anybody and asked top 3 NBA coaches right now, Steve Kerr may not be one of their top 3, but
which is wild.
Sure as hell is one of mine.
Yeah. And the ability to get to your point, the ability for a coach to get Chris Paul to willingly and excitedly come off the bench.
Yep.
Chris Paul has never come off the bench a single day in his life.
He's also 38 now. So
bro,
dude, he's 38. He's a 38-year-old point guard.
And honestly, that's a good. So from the pure production point, he can still produce as a starting point guard. But if you want to talk about the best place to extend your career, go play backup point guard for the Warriors. Handle the ball when Steph Curry's off the floor. Pass the ball to Klay Thompson. Pass the ball to Curry off the ball.
Curry. Can you imagine Paul, Curry, Klay on the floor at the same time?
So their new death lineup. You remember originally the death lineup was Curry, Klay, Iggy, Harrison Barnes, and Draymond. Now we've got CP3, Curry, Klay at the 3. Wiggins at the 4 and Draymond at the 5. That's disgusting. And even though Chris Paul and Curry are both undersized, they both actually historically have a pretty good, at least, steal rate.
Can I say my appreciation again for Draymond Green? I still don't think that dude gets enough credit. I was so here's the thing, man. Like I kind of played basketball the same way as like some of these guys did back in the day. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Rasheed Wallace. I like Rasheed Wallace back in the day. I like Dennis Rodman back in the day. Like, you know, like Draymond Green's like probably like the most like recent person that's similar to the style that I probably played. Probably scored more than them though. But flat out though, like I have an appreciation for the way these guys play and Draymond Green plays because you know what he does? He communicates on the back end on defense that helps everybody else out. And like that's what's amazing to me. So that lineup, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, that like as you said, death lineup in the postseason, I'm telling you, that's the reason why I got the Warriors. We got to do our NBA previews, my guy, because we haven't done one yet this year.
That is correct. But you know what's even more dangerous than the death lineup, Bruce? Not having good car insurance.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
At 704-464-4544. Let him know that Nate Nasty Ness sent you.
And speaking of Nate Ness, former NFL defensive back,
that's my dog.
5-year NFL veteran, Nate Ness joining the show. How are you doing, good sir?
Oh, I am blessed, young fellas. How y'all doing tonight?
Oh, we live in the dream, baby. We got a bunch of folks in here watching. The chat's popping. We ranting. It's been great, brother. It's been great.
Get it.
It's been fun. It's been fun. Hey, wait, real quick. Hey, before we go, I'm gonna call him out on this. I saw him listening in on the top 3 NBA coaches. And I heard it. I saw him doing some hand moving and gestures. So I'm gonna ask Nate real quick. Top 3 NBA coaches right now. Go.
Oh my gosh. Right. Okay. Number 1 coach right now, of course, no matter what is going on, is going to be Greg Popovich.
Yep.
Greg Popovich.
Agreed.
Greg Popovich is top 5.
Top 5 all time. All time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't necessarily say Kerr because the reality of it is
Hold on. That's not what I was asking.
I know, but I can't necessarily say I don't know if Kerr is in my top. He is top 3. But
They said actually.
Go ahead.
I was very biased to the fact that because Eric Spoelstra's there.
Yes, I agree with that too. Believe me.
Eric Spoelstra, and then Kerr, and I'm hesitant to put Kerr above Spoelstra because Kerr inherited a great team.
Right.
He inherited an amazing team. And I think what a lot of people fail to realize and fail to understand or acknowledge is that the foundational pieces of that team, Clay, Steph, Draymond, they were all drafted by who?
Bob Myers.
No, who's the head coach?
Bob Myers was the GM. Head coach was Mark Jackson, correct?
Exactly.
Dude, Mark Jackson was the dog coach too, though. I like Mark Jackson as a coach.
But
I totally forgot about Mark Jackson.
And that's the thing.
If we're gonna say, I think their 4th championship, that was the best coaching that Steve Kerr has done in all his years.
Okay, so I have a counter to
that.
Before we get into what we usually talk about with you, Nate, I got a counter to that.
Okay.
Would you say Doug Collins is is a really, really awesome coach too, though?
Doug Collins, yeah, he's a good coach.
The only reason why I'm saying that though is because Phil Jackson took over for Doug Collins in Chicago when Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
Oh, I like where you're going because you know where this will ultimately go. Like this conversation in itself will ultimately go. Okay, do we ask the question? You said Phil Jackson.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, Phil Jackson. A lot of people will debate the fact that Phil Jackson had the greatest player of all time in Michael Jordan.
And Kobe.
I know where this is going.
I know where this is going.
I know where this is going. Hey, you're going to be hated, brother.
The greatest wing defender of all time and Scottie Pippen. but then he also had a young Kobe and a dominant Shaq.
Yes.
Okay. Let's name the coaches that had those said players before.
Wait, sorry, you cut out.
Okay. Phil Jackson,
right.
in my humble opinion. There's Phil Jackson, and then there's Greg Popovich. There's 1 and 1A.
Okay, I agree with that 100%.
There's 1 and 1A because a lot of people will give that bias. He had Michael and Scotty and Kobe and Shaq.
Agreed.
There were other coaches that had those respective players and couldn't pull out what he pulled out of them. It's something about coaching. It's something about the coach.
It's further than X's and O's. You're able to agree. 100% agree with that.
And if we really you really want to go down that lane, he was able to maintain and deal with personalities.
Yep. Well, yeah, you saw what he did with Rodman.
Yeah, but Rod, you were spot on when you spoke on Dennis Rodman. You were spot on.
Yes, sir.
So yeah.
I love it. All right, so who are the top 3 right now, though, in the NBA, though? You didn't say that.
I get Pop, Spo.
Okay, Spo. Okay, I agree with that.
You can't argue with that list.
No, I agree with that. I love Spo. I think, to be honest with you, again, I think Spo and I think Kerr they don't get enough credit.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Agree. So, all right, my bad. I apologize for completely stealing the.
Oh no, no, I always, and thank you for not getting me too heated because that.
Oh, wait a minute, that could have went left. Is that what you're saying? That could.
Truth, you could have. Hey, real quick. Nate, you ever play this game? I know you're around my age, my guy. You ever play that game?
Don't say I'm that old. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yes, don't say I'm that old. He says, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. All right. So Nate, I got a question for you. We're gonna break down. And just so y'all know, we just throw stuff at Nate. I don't even tell him who we're breaking down. He just takes it as they come. Oh, yeah. He's just bobbing and weaving back here. All right. So, Nate, what we're going to do over the next few minutes is we're going to break down the Eagles had a fantastic week this week 8 in the NFL. High-scoring shootout. I believe they won 38-31. 49ers, on the other hand, these two top NFC contenders, 49ers have been on a little bit of a cold streak. So, we're going to look at a few plays that the Eagles did well, a few plays that the 49ers did poorly. And at the end, I want you to tell me who's real and who's not. Okay.
Okay. All
right. So we're going to start off with the Eagles. And I'm honestly just curious. We got about 45 seconds of video here that's going to loop. I just want you to tell me what you see. A.J. Brown has been on a tear this year, breaking Calvin Johnson, your buddy, breaking his record for the most straight 125-yard games. So what do we think of the Eagles? You look at that offense, they can run, they can pass. Are they legit?
Of course they're legit, but I think a lot of things that get overlooked. Now we're gonna talk about things that get overlooked. We look at that offensive line.
Yep.
Look at that. Look at what they protect Jalen, and he always has a clean pocket, and they're making lanes for that running game. Again, look at that pocket. Look at that pocket that Jalen has to throw that strike to AJ. Look at that pocket. And then the running backs are blocking. I mean, they can pick up a 5-man protection, one-on-one with everybody, and give Jalen 3 to 4 seconds to throw that ball. I mean, you gotta give some credit to those linemen. Look at that. Look at Jason Kelce comes off and gets the looper. Like that stuff is overlooked.
Nate, what was that tap the right guard did? We get back.
Is that a silent count?
That's the silent count.
Can you explain that for somebody like me who doesn't really understand what that does?
All right, so
I'm just being honest.
Okay, so playing at an away game, the extra man on the field, of course, is the crowd. So the crowd gets loud. Of course, you cannot hear the cadence or any of that stuff. So you got the guard that actually looks back at the quarterback. They go through their whole little thing, and when he goes and gives
okay, ready to go,
that lets the center know, hey, go. But you also got to look. They also look. There's a clock literally in front of them,
right?
That'll tell them the play clock and everything. So they'll know hey, when you see the quarterback go that means, hey, hurry up. The play clock is going down.
Okay. See, these are the things like
I love that I didn't even know you didn't know that, bro.
Well, Bruce, I never played football, so I understand the concept of a silent count, but I've never heard it explained how it actually works. I just assumed that they kind of all knew what second they were supposed to go on or something. I knew what a silent count was, but I never knew an application how it worked.
So I mean, Nate, you could talk about this too, but like once the center gets on the ball right away, he can't technically move, so to speak. Like he can make adjustments to make sure he's comfortable, but once he touches that ball, he can't do anything. He can't, move, like look back or whatever. So it's relied upon by his guard next to him to look back and be like, all right, cool, yeah, he's ready to go. Okay, hey, we're ready to go. Get set. And then snap.
Okay. But you also got to look at the center. You got to look at the centers pre-snap and post-snap reads, because he's actually calling out the protection.
Yep.
You got the quarterback out there calling out the mic. The quarterback could be pointing like, 34 is the mic and whatnot. So the center is actually calling out the protection.
Yep.
And the protection, you got to be big on that, because actually protection sometimes involves running backs. So you got to go ahead. But again, if there's a looper if there's a cross dog blitz, and a cross dog blitz is when the two backers come crossing in the middle, that running back is going to have to pick that up. They have to make certain calls and so forth. So you got to pay attention to that part.
Is that in the same gap, or is that
opposite A gaps? Opposite A gaps.
Okay, can I ask another dumb question since we're on this tangent that I've never understood I feel stupid because I play Madden and it's highlighted on Madden. What in the name of all that's good and right in this world is a Mike linebacker?
A Mike linebacker is the middle linebacker. Mike linebacker is your quarter. He's your quarterback of the defense. He's the guy that's going to get the call called in. He's going to get everybody lined up. But it's very important, because your Mike linebacker actually gets everybody in your front seven aligned. Now the safeties take care of everything in the background. You got your free or your strong. The quarterback background that'll take care of everything on the back end. But your Mike linebacker, the Bobby Wagners, the Luke Kuechly's, the Patrick Willis, the Ray Lewis's,
Brian Urlacher, come on,
the Brian Urlacher actually get your front set. So I mean, again, they'll slide the front. I mean, they'll make a 3 technique. They'll make them a shade instead. They'll do all that stuff. They'll call the stunts, all of that. Your Mike backer is your quarterback of the defense.
And you got your Sam. Well, it depends on the defense, correct?
Yeah, it depends. I mean,
because Sam and Will. So I played in a 4-3. When I was playing, I played in a 4-3 in college. So we had a Sam, Will, and Mike.
Yeah, that's typically how it goes right then and there. 4-3, and you get that's your base defense.
Yeah.
Okay, MJ, that's your base defense. So your base defense that's when you're going to have all 3 of your linebackers in 21 and 12 personnel. That's your base. Now, when you get into the nickel, the 53 coverages and whatnot, the extra DB, you will take the Sam out and insert the nickel and everything. So basically, it's basically the same thing. You just have a extra DB in.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought it was so for the most part, the mic is the same on every play.
Yeah, the mic is the same. The mic is the one that's going to relay the call that comes in.
Okay.
Coordinator.
I thought it was I was under the impression, because I've always heard the identifying the Mike linebacker. I thought it was something that changed every play.
No. See, the quarterback. Now, see, that's a great question, because the quarterback actually he calls out the mic dependent for the blocking scheme and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
So that can change from a quarterback.
Exactly. From a quarterback perspective, the nickel that comes in, the whip backer or the nickel or the Sam or whoever, they can be labeled, hey, that's the mic right there. 57 is the mic. You know what I'm saying? So again,
that answers my question, because that's what I was confused about, where I was like, okay, I thought it was the same. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. All right, so this was really funny. Alex just popped it up there. Now we have the opposite of New Heights no dumb questions segment. We have all dumb questions, which is very accurate. I'll be honest. And Nate, that's one of the things I love about you is I could legitimately sit here and listen to you talk football all day long.
I appreciate it, fellas. I love talking.
Hey, he ain't going nowhere, because I want him to be he's part of the college picks too. We're keeping Nate on with this. Nate, you got time?
Okay.
Because we kind of wasted your time a little bit with NBA talk, and explain.
Hey, listen. I watch basketball. I love basketball.
Fair enough. So
I love it.
You about to make some? Let's
go Lakers.
You better scratch that, Nick.
Let's go Lakers.
Yikes!
Hey, wait. Let's go Lakers. And I gotta go ahead and I'm not a fan of the Clippers, but there's a relative that plays on the Clippers, and I am the big.
Oh yeah, word.
I gotta support Russ.
I support the homie.
I did throw a little bit of shade at him earlier. I don't know if you saw it.
Hey, leave my cousin alone.
To be fair, we were throwing way more shade at James Harden.
I did.
Okay. Y'all leave my cousin Russ alone.
I did.
Way more shade.
I still love Russell. I do.
There was nothing. This is what I would say. There, in my opinion, is nothing more exciting than watching Russ in his prime.
I will. All right, respectfully.
Okay, shut up, Mr. Michael Jordan.
No. I'm gonna tell you guys something.
I'll say Derrick Rose.
I mean, their games are one and the same. But I'm gonna tell you guys something that's interesting about Russell. Russell was a hell of a football player.
Yep.
A hell of as athletic. He is an athletic specimen. And I mean, again, this guy, like
Did you guard him?
No. He had.
Are you saying you didn't or you couldn't?
No, I didn't guard him because again, I'm older, so I played.
Oh, that's fair.
Played Mighty Mike. He was Tiny Mike, but again, he could do some things. When I tell you, he was just freakishly athletic as a child. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Coming up at Woodcrest, the Woodcrest Generals, that was our Pop Warner team. And when I say just blessed athletically, and you see that athleticism on the court.
100%.
And the one thing I love about my cousin, one thing I love about him, he is so competitive, and he has a passion and a desire to be the best, and he will not rest on just, again, he will not rest. He will always find something to get better at.
Before we transition, I got to make a comment on this, MJ, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
So Nate, I'm going to tell you right now, he's legitimately a Hall of Famer. He is a Hall of Famer.
Oh,
he's also the best triple double man of all time. And saying that though too, I think he gets. I apologize for my language, but I want to put it like this. I think he gets too much shit from fans that don't know who he is. And respectfully, I don't either. But I saw a really, really good video of what he does for people. Man. And I'm going to tell you right now, ever since I saw that years ago, I was like, you know what? This is a good man. I am a fan of his. This is back in his actually Thunder years, to be honest. So it was a long time ago. But I'm going to tell you right now, he's a good man. And yeah, man. No, just shout out to Russell. Hey, shout out to the cousin. Shout out to the cousin. Shout out to the cuzzo.
Hey, listen, man. The way Russell and Raynard, his brother, my younger cousin, you know what? They are they're just they were brought up great. Uncle Russell and Shannon, y'all did a hell of a job.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Big shout out. Nate, you want to stick around for Game of the Week and a few college picks? Let's bring it in. To join us for our NFL Game of the Week and then transition into Coach's Corner, let's bring on Coach Kenny. What's up, brother?
How's it going, guys?
What up, Coach?
Oh, we are living the dream. We got into a little bit of basketball drama earlier. Bruce and I were yelling a little bit about some things.
I yelled about the Bears. The Bears.
I haven't really yelled. I almost did. Nate almost brought us down a very dark path. Thankfully, we stopped and didn't go down the Tom Brady path. No.
You thought you were going. Oh,
Nate, I don't think you understand how heated I get about that individual.
He can't stand Tom Brady for whatever reason. Don't just whatever.
Nate, wow. I don't think I've told you this, Nate. I ripped Tom Brady so hard to shreds during the 2021 NFL offseason that he blocked me on TikTok.
Blocked him. His rep blocked him on TikTok.
Because I know for a fact that man don't manage his own
Why did you do that?
Media.
Right.
Why did I do that? because the man gets credit for having some of the the best defensive run that any team has had in NFL history.
Can you get him, please?
And he gets credit for
Get
it.
him, Bruce. Can I get him?
Yes, get him. Oh, is it? Hey, for those on Spotify, just turn his hat around. Go ahead.
All right. As much as I dislike the Patriots, you gotta love them. You gotta appreciate them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There have been years the Patriots had the number one defense, and there was years the Patriots had subpar to middle of pack defenses.
Only 2 years in Tom Brady's career, but that's okay.
Okay. We have to give credit where credit is due. We have to give credit where credit is due. This man is arguably the most competitive, the greatest quarterback to ever lace them up. He is the greatest to ever do it. We can sit here and say whatever we want. If what year was that? Was that 2020 when he won it in Tampa?
Yes, when they beat the Packers in the NFC Championship game and then beat the Chiefs.
As they should.
Yep. Okay.
Sad year for him.
You got a chance to see again with the addition of one player, how that one player in that one position changed that team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about he brought a competitive edge and competitive fire to that organization in Tampa. We have to give credit and give this man his flowers. We have to give this man his flowers. He's a 7-time. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 times. I mean, he has a ring that goes on every one of his fingers, and two on his other. We have to give him his flowers. What he's done for the game of football in itself. We got Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes will, in my opinion, is the closest thing that will be what we got from Tom Brady. We will never see another quarterback that come in, and when I say he gave everything he had. Man gave his marriage.
Okay, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. That's the best point. That's the best point you've made so far.
He gave everything he had to his craft and to the competition. As a competitor, you salute that. I tip my hat to him.
Yes, sir. 100%. Exactly.
I tip my hat to him, and I thank him for everything that he did.
With his rings, the amount of rings he has, this is the way I like to describe it now, MJ. He's got a grabber and he's got a pincher.
Okay. Here's all I have to say, and then we'll actually move on to what we're supposed to be doing. Nate, I don't inherently disagree with anything you have said. And here's where I differentiate. My problem is not inherently in him being called the greatest quarterback of all time. People disagree about the greatest of all time in every sport.
You got him heated. I could totally see it.
Oh no, I'm really not. I've never talked about this with Nate like in depth. And so where it bothers me, and this is where I've gotten on Bruce and many others before, is when he gets what I call sole credit for those 7 rings. Because as you know, Nate, there are an incredible amount of men and women that go into making a Super Bowl championship roster.
Hey,
and so
quick,
to
MJ,
discredit the entire
you know what Nate also said that I said? He brought a culture to Tampa
Tampa had Jameis.
Tampa already had top 10 defense. They already had some of the best skill position players in the NFL. Of course, when you're getting from throwing 30 picks.
Hey, I'm just letting you know.
Tom Brady is better than Jameis Winston.
Tampa had Jameis.
Of course, Tom Brady is better than Jameis Winston. Duh.
They had Jameis.
The majority of the quarterbacks in the NFL at the time were better than Jameis Winston. Just don't throw 30 picks.
No, he was 30.
Maybe don't do that. Maybe don't throw 30 picks and then you win more football games. Tom Brady walked into a loaded team. That's not the point.
And they won the Super Bowl. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady, Jr. won the Super Bowl. And
you are disrespecting that incredible defense, that incredible skill position group by saying Tom Brady is the reason that they won that Super Bowl. The same way that people
that defense. No, I can't. Todd Bowles is my mentor. I will never disrespect that.
Now you're gonna make me look bad.
I will never disrespect that.
Now you're gonna make me look bad.
Because MJ, I'm gonna say this. I said this last week.
Right.
I said this last week. Offense sells tickets.
Yep.
Defense wins games.
All right, here we go. Hey,
Yes.
how about this one? Would Aaron Rodgers have won that Super Bowl with
Hell no.
Oh! Oh, okay.
I don't inherently disagree.
Am I the only person that did not see? Was that the divisional game?
Championship.
That was the NFC Championship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where Brady threw 3 straight picks and the Packers couldn't score. Yeah,
and the Packers couldn't score.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Wait.
Oh,
MJ.
trust me, I know all too well. That's why Tom Brady blocks me on TikTok.
MJ, wait a minute.
Sorry, Kenny.
MJ,
I'm enjoying the show.
Aaron
What Connor said. What Connor said.
Without a
Wait.
Super Bowl caliber.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Well, then they're not a Super Bowl caliber team, then.
Me and Nate are on the
let
same
me
side.
and let me be clear, Nate. I don't sit here and say Tom Brady is not one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. He is.
He is the greatest.
My biggest issue is that, in my opinion, and granted, I can be wrong. I admit that. But in my opinion, Brady gets too much credit for those Super Bowls. He gets too much credit. It's not that he doesn't deserve credit. Yes, quarterback is the most important position on the field. But you know what? There's 21 other positions, and there's 52 other guys on the roster. There's an incredible amount of coaches, scouts, staff that go into winning a Super Bowl, and Tom Brady gets labeled as the reason it happened, and everybody else gets discredited. That's what bothers me. That's all I got.
He really blocked you, MJ.
Yeah, he did. He did for real. He did for real. And I know it wasn't him. I'm sure it was whoever runs his TikTok. Right. I just think it's funny that I was blowing up his mention so much that the admin was like, get this guy out of here. Anyway. We don't want to get out of here is the game of the week. Chiefs versus Miami Dolphins in London. We're going to get an early morning classic.
In Germany.
Frankfurt.
That's what I meant. In Germany. Frankfurt.
Germany.
Same thing. London, Germany.
It's over there.
Yeah.
It's over there. It's over there.
Across yonder.
It's across the pond.
Yes. What they said.
What's the line in that?
I'm going to start here with Kenny because he'll probably bring some nice calm energy to this to this show. Kenny, all-time offensive matchup right now. Tyreek Hill is on a crazy pace. We know Patty Mahomes. Sorry, Mama Mahomes. It's Patrick. I know.
Tua is MVP candidate.
No, he's not. If anybody wins MVP, it's Tyreek Hill. Kenny, what you think?
Tua is the top one to win it right now. Sorry, go ahead, Kenny.
No, it's fine. It's almost a pick 'em for me. I would probably say the Dolphins are going to win, just because I'm still not sure if Mahomes is fully recovered from his flu or whatever he had going on, and I just don't see it. I think the Dolphins are on the up. I think they win.
What we got? Does anybody? Connor,
but I'm also
pull
really
up a
off
spread
of
for
football games, NFL games.
1.5 right now.
It's 2.5.
1.5. It's 1.5 right now for the Chiefs.
Ooh,
like I say,
1.5 for the Cheeks.
Pick 'em. It's
pretty much a pick 'em for me. I'll take the Dolphins going overseas.
I'm picking the Chiefs only because of Patrick Mahomes.
That's it.
100%. I got no. Hey, I'm told. Shit. Who wouldn't take that? Patrick Mahomes is an absolute beast. Okay. All right. You want more? How about this? The Kansas City defense has been balling out this year, and they're ranked in the top 5. So
finally someone gave the defense some credit. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done. I promise.
You are petty. You are petty. You are petty.
I never said I wasn't.
You're really petty. You're really petty.
I said I said my piece. All I'm saying is the Chiefs are going to win because of Patrick Mahomes. How about that? Done.
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my gosh.
And the Swifties.
MJ, you didn't pick.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, he called him. He's like, what you doing?
I'm also gonna go Chiefs. I think specifically the style of defense the Chiefs play matches up well against creating some chaos for the Dolphins offense. They love getting Tyreek down the field. The Chiefs love blitzing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Spagnuolo blitzes more than anyone in the league right now, or is at least the most efficient at it.
Well,
and also, if you want to create some chaos for Tua and that offense, you got to disrupt them. You can't sit there. Sitting there and playing zone does not work against this offense. So if anybody's gonna take them down a peg, I think it's the Chiefs defense with how they're playing right now.
And respectfully, the Dolphins haven't proved to anybody that they can do well away from Miami.
Anybody? Kenny, you picked the Dolphins?
I got the Dolphins.
All right, cool.
I got them.
So I'm not. Somebody from Miami might be watching this, and I spent the majority of my career down there. I'm rolling with Miami. I'm telling you, Tyreek, he's the freak.
He's nasty.
He's nasty. Yes. Yeah.
Nasty. And Tua's an MVP candidate.
But the big thing is,
he's a candidate, but he's not winning.
He's probably not. Wait, why would you say that?
What do you mean? Why would I say that? Because I think it's true. What?
Okay, let me just.
What do you mean?
We're just gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward from that. We're gonna move forward.
What?
No. Okay,
go ahead.
But no, just Miami. They're playing really good. Again, if Patrick is not healthy, that's going to play a big role. But this is a big game right now. If Miami can, pull off, I guess you could say, the quote unquote upset, do we start taking them serious? Do people start taking them serious as a legit Super Bowl contender?
That's a good question. Honestly, because I don't think a lot of people are happy.
Bruce? Bruce is gone. Okay. Oh my lord. He's still in here. It's just none of his devices are connected. Okay. Anyway, continue what you were saying, Nate.
Just again, they have to show up in the games that count. Not saying that all the games don't count, because every NFL game, week 1 to week 17, week 18, they all count.
Right.
But when you want to be taken serious as a Super Bowl contender, as a team that can make a run, you have to beat teams such as the Kansas City Chiefs. Because right now, in order to make it to the Super Bowl, you're going to have to go through Kansas City.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go through them. And again, listen, you either riding with training wheels or you're not.
Well, yeah.
We're about to see if they're riding with training wheels or not.
Yeah, that's a good point, because Kansas City has hosted 5 straight AFC Championship games.
I mean, if you're gonna be honest, Kansas City, that monster with Andy Reid, which Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Taylor Kelce. Wait,
to Kelsey Swift, yeah.
This team they're just going to keep building around those foundational pieces. We possibly can be looking at another New England-ish type of dynasty.
All right, so we've got me and Bruce, who is currently MIA. I don't know what happened to that brother. I have no idea. I texted him and I haven't gotten a response, so hopefully he's all good. But Bruce and I got the Chiefs. Kenny and Nate got the Dolphins.
Yes.
While we wait for Bruce to get back, Kenny, let's just go ahead. Oh, he's coming back. Kenny, let's just go ahead, jump into that college football. Throw it at us. What we got?
All right. So for my first matchup, I've got Iowa playing Northwestern, but it's a special game because they're actually heading to Wrigley Field to play where the Cubs actually play their home games. So Iowa plays that typical old school smash mouth football, heavy on the defense, and their offense is pretty much stagnated throughout the season, especially with McNamara now being injured.
Yeah.
And then honestly, with Northwestern losing their head coach, Pat Fitzgerald, in the beginning of the season due to the hazing scandals, I'm surprised that they even have their 4 wins that they do have. So I'm going to pick Iowa to win in a close one, 17-10. With the spread being 5 to Iowa. I'm sorry. Iowa has to give 5, and the over-under being 31 points. So I think Iowa's got this one.
That's a really low over-under again.
I said that's a tight one right there.
It's a very low over-under. Hey, my bad, guys. Sorry, we've been having some technical difficulties in the area. They've been doing some electrical work, and I know Joe had a little brownout. All my lights went out.
Oh wow!
So and kick back on. So my apologies to that.
Okay.
No worries.
You're good. I'm glad you're okay.
All right. Well, we got, you said Iowa. We got Iowa Northwestern.
Yeah, Iowa Northwestern. It's at Wrigley Field, so it's kind of like a specialty game. It's a real tight area to play in. I was there for the Northwestern Purdue game a few years ago.
When they had to change directions on the field?
Yeah, it's real awkward. It's a real awkward layout, but I think with the atmosphere and the fact that Iowa comes out in droves, I think Iowa's going to be able to take over and win the game against Northwestern.
So I'm gonna do a quick shout out real quick to the Chicago Bears. The former, Dick Butkus played in that era. Gail Sayers played there at Wrigley Field because that was the original home of the Chicago Bears. Wrigley Field is a great venue, beautiful area. The Blackhawks have played there in Winter Classic. Northwestern, I think this is their second time to play there. Saying that though, Kenny, I do 100% agree with you. There's a high level of Iowa alumni that live in the Chicagoland area, and I'm as shocked as you are about Northwestern's 4 wins this year, especially with what's going on. I do like the fact that they have been able to battle through the adversity in the cultural situation that they've been going through with whatever they've had to handle. That just shows you that's a tight group of young men right there. Saying that though, I do like Iowa more because I think Iowa has just more talent on that team to win that football game. You said 17-10. I'll go 14. I'll go 14-10.
Yeah, it's tight.
It's going to be a low scoring game for sure.
Definitely.
That's going to be cold too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be cold out there.
Should be, yeah.
Blown around in Wrigley.
No, it's supposed to be in the upper 50s and 60s, guys. Come on.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry. You were talking earlier in the group chat about how it was like 30 degrees. I'm sorry. What else you got for us, Kenny?
Wait, what do you got? Hold on. Nate, what do you got? Did Nate give us the score for this game?
I'm riding with y'all. It's gonna be a tight one. I'm thinking, wait. I'm thinking they say it's gonna be a tight one like that, and I think the weather's gonna play a big part.
Ooh.
The weather is going to play. I mean, we got to also, we got to take in those type of things that play a big part in the games and the forecast and everything. It's going to be cold. I don't know if it's going to be windy or anything like that.
It's Chicago, so probably
on and off, all day.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So. All right. What else you got for us, Kenny?
All right, I have number 13 LSU heading over to Tuscaloosa to play number 8.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Hey,
now we get to the meat and potatoes.
Are we doing this, Kenny? Hey, real quick, are we doing this, Kenny? Are we doing this week? We're gonna announce it now.
I can give you a soft commit right now.
What's up?
That's fine. We'll announce it.
All right, we're announcing it. Done. All right, so this Saturday we are doing a live broadcast from downstairs at my house, where Coach Kenny and Coach Bruce are going to be watching the game live here and give immediate reaction, because guess what? I'm a degenerate bettor. I'm going to be betting on the game, and I'll be betting on stuff. What? Don't give me that look, Nate. Don't give me that look. Give me that look. No, that's a dub in my opinion, because I'm gonna tell you that right now. But guess what though? I like watching football, so I enjoy the game. But Kenny and I are gonna have some fun with it. You just add the flavor, you know what I'm saying? The sprinkles. Hey,
there's gonna be some flavor.
Oh, there's gonna be flavor. All right. Hey, hey, God bless her. My Puerto Rican wife will come downstairs and be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it." That being said, though, all right. Anyway, Kenny, this weekend, what time to start?
It should
6:45.
6:45 start.
6:45. All right. So Kenny and I will be live at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. More than welcome to jump on, guys. Like MJ, Nate, Connor, anybody a part of our team. Always a part of anybody a part of our team. Just jump in and be like, "Hey, you guys are idiots" or whatever. Like, just jump on in, have some fun with us, and have whatever. Give your thoughts on any stupid things that I may say and do, and we'll give the solid instead of the soft commit. We'll give the solid commit by tomorrow afternoon.
Deal.
But who's winning this game, Kenny?
So, LSU won last year, I think, by only a point.
Yep.
And so even though LSU has the number one offense right now, since it's in Tuscaloosa, and I think Nick Saban has the Tide rolling right now, I'm going to have them win 31-27. They're going to cover the spread, which is 2.5 points, but they're not going to hit that over-under, which is like 60.5 points. So I got Bama winning.
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points, especially for a mid-season SEC game. I think that's way too many for the over/under.
Okay. I got all right. So
like
this actually works out well because I got LSU because I still don't believe this quarterback right now. I just don't. All right. So I got LSU. I got LSU 24, and I got Alabama 17.
Nate looks concerned.
I don't know. I like. You know what? I like them. I like what after they've had their struggles at the quarterback position. They've had their struggles overall. But one thing we can sit here and say, Nick Saban is still coaching and coaching at a high level.
Yes, sir.
This team is running the ball very well. This team is playing very, very good defense. The defense is starting to come along. It's getting back to that original, smash mouth football that Nick Saban likes to run, like the ground and pound, play good defense,
Pro-style offense.
wear you down. So I am going to roll with the Tide.
And he's rolling Tide.
I'm going to roll with the Tide, and I'm rolling with the Tide. I'm thinking this is going to be a 27-14 game.
Wow, a lot larger than I. Okay.
I mean, I again, Alabama, they're on a roll. They're on a roll. They're finding their identity, and they're finding their identity at the right time.
Okay.
Just got to watch out for that offensive line. If that works out, they're
MJ, who you
fine.
got? MJ, who you got?
I'm just always going to stick with Kenny because I know nothing about college football.
Wow, I'm the only one. Connor, who you got? Wait, jump on Connor. Who you got in this one,
gosh.
Connor?
I think this LSU offense looks very, very good. Yeah. I got to go with LSU, even though they beat us 41-14 or whatever the score was. I'm going LSU. I agree with Bruce. Alabama, they're in quarterback trouble. Milroe's very inconsistent. He doesn't have that consistency built yet as an Alabama starting quarterback should. I think LSU takes this dub.
Me and you, Connor.
Connor, you're not even supposed to pick no team. You have Mississippi State. You're not supposed to pick nobody. You're supposed to take both.
All right, gentlemen, we got like 3 minutes left. So, Kenny, we're not going to predict anything else. I need you to speed run through the rest of these games.
I got you. So Oklahoma is headed to Oklahoma State for the final, for a little while, the final Bedlam, which is their big in-state rivalry. I think Oklahoma leads the series 91-19 all time, but Oklahoma State's the winner. They're going to win 38-31. They're going to cover the spread easily, which they have to give 6.5 to Oklahoma. Then I've got Washington heading over to USC, and I have lost all faith in the Trojans, so I'm going to pick Washington to win and cover the spread 42-38. That's going to be a high-scoring one because neither team knows how to play defense. That's pretty much how the Pac-12 plays anyways.
So over, baby, over. Pound the fucking over. Oh, 3 times, sorry. God.
That's improvement, though. That's improvement.
And then the last game I got is kind of it's becoming a classic matchup for number 12 Notre Dame is heading to Clemson. I'm really liking Sam Hartman. I think he's got all the tools that they need for him to be a stellar quarterback. Their defense is really solid. So I will take Notre Dame 24-17 as Dabo Swinney still tries to figure out how to actually coach.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm not a Dabo Swinney fan at all.
Fire.
Oh my gosh. And is that the last one, Kenny?
Yeah, that's my 5.
Boom.
I could talk all day about Ohio State, but you don't got enough time.
That's very true. That's very true. Gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. Nate.
Go
Kenny.
Michigan.
Boo.
Go Arizona, right? Right, Nate? There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. They win in this weekend.
Wait, who are they playing?
I have no idea. That's why I asked you.
They might be on a bye this week.
Kenny, who are they playing?
It's homecoming this week.
It's homecoming, so they're playing somebody bad, right?
Hopefully.
UCLA.
Next week they play Colorado, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, UCLA?
They got UCLA coming to town this week.
So they go get their butts kicked.
Man, I hope they go in and give Chip Kelly that work.
Chip Kelly's gonna run circles on that Arizona team.
Give Lay's potato chip that work.
Oh my
god!
gosh!
Bubble over is gonna get you guys. Don't worry about it.
Oh no, my Jordan card fell. Everything's going. No.
All right. Well, gentlemen, this has been a pleasure. Bruce and I cannot thank you guys enough for all that you do coming out here every week. Y'all are the best.
Yes, sir.
Nate, Kenny, we will do this again next week, gentlemen.
All right.
Let's have some fun. And MJ's favorite guy.
Tom Brady.
Oh! Oh, I got it. I'll run it, Connor. I got it. No, it's good. It's good. Dude, we got to get Tom Brady. We got to get Tom Brady card guy now. Oh, hey, thanks, guys. Until next time. Hey, MJ.
Yo.
Go Tom Brady.